So verse 30, why is verse 30? By now, you should be able to work these through yourself. So verse 30 says, for the ships of Chittim, and I want to throw in here just as a way of reminding us in advance. Where is Chittim?
In Carthage.
Carthage. And why is Carthage significant in Bible prophecy?
Because it was used as
You're reading it. Go ahead.
It was used as a base of operations for the Vandals in their war against the Roman Empire.
And who are the Vandals prophetically?
Prophetically, what would be Islam.
Well, yeah, that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
who were they in Revelation 8 and 9? The second trumpet. Okay, so Chittim is a symbol of a trumpet power. The second trumpet, and you're right, as we bring it down in the world, they're the symbol of Islam. And I argue that other than the expression east in verse 44 of Daniel 11, this is the only reference to Islam in Daniel's last vision. And it's not a major reference. My point being is, the story of Daniel is the story of the north, and the story of Revelation is the story of the east. The tidings of the east and the north is the combination of Daniel and Revelation together. And so when we're trying to work through Raphia and Peniam in Daniel 11, I think we have to approach it from the king of the north, not try to force Islam into those battles. Islam may be there, but they're there by laying a line over the top that comes from the book of Revelation. Just saying that there's really not a lot said about Islam. So verse 30 says, and for the ships of Chittim shall come against him, therefore he shall be grieved. And Sister White's going to quote now from there to verse 36, word for word, and says, scenes similar to those described in these words will take place. So this is the most significant passage in Daniel 11, probably in the spirit of prophecy context. She's going to quote these verses all the way to verse 36, every single word, and says, scenes similar to those described in these words shall take place. So we need to know what these words are. Yes?
So who exactly is Chittim?
Chittim is the name of Carthage. It's the old world name for Carthage. And Carthage is where Genseric would launch his battles against Rome. He was a sea power. He cut off their economics by destroying their trade routes. And he was the second trumpet. So you can read into that. Once you bring those trumpets down to our history, you can show that he lines up with Islam. Islam is the east wind that is going to sink the ships of Tarshish in the midst of the sea. And return and have indignation against the holy covenant, so shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. Why is this? Is this verse 30? Yes. Why is this the time of the end?
Right?
I don't.
Yeah, Reagan. Have an intelligence.
Have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant.
Yes, have an intelligence with the Catholic Church. Isn't it? Maybe? I don't know.
Yep.
And what's the indignation against the holy covenant?
Persecution.
Pardon me?
Persecution and the Bible made, well, anyway, yeah, persecution, yeah, restriction of the Bible.
I told you I'd have to think this through. You may be right, but it's not clicking on me. And this was a very special one. You'll notice in your notes,
Yeah, you got.
I got close of probation in small letters with the asterisk. And I did that on purpose because there's something peculiar about this, about the argument about why this is the time of the end. That's what we're looking for. Pardon me?
End of pagan Rome.
Justinian began to write the law books to make Catholic the corrector of heretics.
Yeah. Appointment of the Bishop of Rome to be the head of the church.
Why does that mark the time of the end? Let's read verse 31.
Corpus.
Verse 31 says, an arm shall stand on his part. That's 496. Clovis standing up for the papacy. And they shall pollute the sanctuary's strength. That's the warfare of Rome. Shall take away the daily. That's for 508. And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. That's 538. Ships shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved. Return. Let him indignation against the holy covenant. What's the indignation against the Holy Covenant? According to Uriah Smith?
I believe it's the restriction of the Bible.
Yeah, he
Because
said-
of the Arians. Yeah, I'm not remembering why that's the time of the end.
I
I'm
know
going to
he
have to...
printed, he had his, well, I guess I'm thinking of Constantine, actually, when I was going to say, he had his own Bible printed or something.
Okay, let's pass over that one. We'll have to come back to that when... I'm going to claim jet lag.
Since Justinian was, like I said, was writing the law books to make Catholics to be the corrector of heretics. That's the corpus. I don't know if that helps.
7 European.
Yeah, but those histories, it's not clicking why I'm calling that the close of probation.
At the end, 1989, like Kathy was saying, that you have Reagan having intelligence. But that's what we've all. I mean, that's what you bring out in the time of the end.
Yeah,
magazine.
okay, so that must be 1989. What's throwing me is what I saw that I made it.
Post probation with an asterisk, yeah.
Yeah, with little letters. There's something else in there. But okay, let's go with that and leave it. That worked. 1989. It was 1984. That history that he appoints an ambassador. Okay,
Progressive time.
period of time. Verse 30.